Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on the time you watch out this video. This is specifically for Auntie Nancy, Auntie Frances, and Lucas. I have read your concerns about both the camp and the orphanage. I will begin with the orphanage. This has been a long time program. I have not succeeded to build an orphanage in Bo, but I have the desire to build an orphanage in Bo before this time. Even though my family and the advisory board have adjusted to call the place a child-friendly center, because in the future we hope it will not be the orphans, but a center for children that are disadvantaged, vulnerable, who needs hope, and for many other activities. For instance, retreat. For instance, center for camp, a campsite, camp center. Because when we get the little bungalows here, the hall, maybe my residential hall place, we get a place for the little caretakers, then we don't need to move the camp at all. We will just be staying here as a campsite, camp center for everybody, not only for orphans, but as we bring the disadvantaged children at the end of the year, it can be a place for them. And so that is our heart desire. For these orphans, we have had a lot. I have struggled a little bit, but I thank God. I started in 1976 at Rutai. Went to Mission East Trust up to 2000, came to Bo. And as I talked to you, I have reunified up to 15 back into their local communities, those who we were able to identify their parents or friends or siblings. And we still have up to 82 into different homes. And we support them in those homes with educational materials and clothing. Like you send food for them this time. I was like in heaven to relieve me for 4 months support. My good God will continue to bless you. And so, as I look at it, even if I am saying, let me forget about an orphanage, which is now a child-friendly center program, it takes some time. It takes a process. It may be doing some packages, like we are doing the FGA training, and let them go with packages to take care of these children and many other children, to help to bring peace into the communities, to speak forgiveness to those who have wronged them or those who they are wronging each other. And so I am really, really interested in the training. I'm interested in this site and how we can work on it. Right there at the back is a site mentioned by the palm trees for school. Even if it is a 6-classroom building, so that we can bring these children in this bush, all of the children, including mine in the village here, and those living in this small house, they walk to Bo every morning, on the rain, on the sun, to school. As Auntie Nancy and Frances, you are helping me to invest into the life of the children who have suffered. You have helped me before, and I want you to continue to help. You see, when we get that 6th classroom up there, then we appeal for a donor friend community that will help us to raise teachers. Maybe, who can pay these teachers for 5 years, for 10 years, And so we can have these vulnerable children in that school. We can have the little others coming from the community to pay little things, little money in that school. And that kind of keep the school, we can keep it going. During holidays, we can have it for camp. We can put mattresses in that hall, in the school hall, and the children can use it. It should be mighty, mighty, mighty. As it is, we have 4-acre land that we are using right now for agriculture, raising food to help the kids in the home. The hut we are using now is the common ground. It's now small, but it's the common ground where the kids will come in the evening to study. Where they will come for counseling, to play. It is the children's church also. I have 2 people coordinating this church and the agricultural stuff here. I have Pastor Robin out there, and I have Pastor Abu who is in the front right now. And so that's why I'm talking about the center, and that's why I'm appealing to you. If we have to leave it, changing the name or leaving the whole program, then it takes a time and a process. It takes some handing over planning so that those kids will not continue to suffer because we have closed the program. I beg you, by the masses of God. And for the camp, it has been a blessing. I don't know when one of you one day will come to see how joyous it is when the children come, they're crying, with wounds, naked, and how joyous they are when they return home. After you dressing them with some used clothing, feeding them 3 times, good meal. I dare tell you, good meal, good chicken, fried rice. They take soft drink, water, packet treated water, and they go with Christmas gifts. It has been awesome. God is blessing you, and God will bless us. And God will bless us in diverse ways for this camp. I agree the distances have cost all of us so much. Because it sounds funny when we do the camp and the next day maybe my wife or we see no rice at home. But I'm happy that I've given to where the rice meant to go, the money meant to go. But we are gradually coming back home. This year, we are at Gundama. I sent you the photo, the video. Gundama is just about, not exact 5 miles or so. You can check that on the Google. Gundama, with a nice bridge finish out there. In fact, for some men, it's a walking distance. And we want to see how we can identify some place. Or maybe next year we put camps. We bring the children into the site here with tents. Make it a bush camp. Probably that. Just hire tents and get some food and join the children in the village and join the children in the house. But we need a camp. Whatever God can raise, through these appeals you are making. Let's continue. We will continue to work to make sure the cost of the camp doesn't increase, but it comes down. I love you all and I want to thank you. You have been a blessing. Please, Anna Francis. You are my advocate. Please, Nancy. You are our missionary. Please, Lucas. You are almost the founder and the father for these children. I love you all. This is my appeal.